Well, guys, the time is here. It's been a few minutes now. Sorry I couldn't make this sooner. I went on to the Toyota website. I did it about 10 minutes before the 9 o'clock time frame that they said that they were going to do the debut of this truck. Trying to keep tabs on the football game on my phone and trying to do all of this shuffling for this is almost a nightmare, really, unless I was invited in person to this event, which I wasn't. So what I'm going to do is something a little different than I've done before. I'm going to take you on a ride and a little look-see with me. We're going to watch this for the first time together. Reaction video, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it out. Okay? You guys okay? Let's watch this together. I can't download this from them or anything, but I was so excited just seeing half of a second of it. I could barely contain myself. I'm not even joking. So let's go ahead, take a look. I'll pan over. I'll throw this up on the screen, full screen, and I'm just gonna kind of shut up for a little bit and let you guys watch it because it's that cool. Okay, here we go. All right, and here we go. So we're just going to go to toyota.com, and there it is. They changed the home screen immediately, and we're just going to click on Explore Vehicle. I kind of lost myself there for a second when I saw this picture. I mean, we're talking about the new TRX that came out a few months ago. We're talking about the new 2022, or I guess we'll say 21, but going into 22 Raptor. All featured in the desert and all this. I kind of lost my stuff, if you know what I mean. So we'll hit Explore Vehicle, and then this is what I see. Red, or Inferno, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the official name of the color, so we're just going to call it red for my channel. Flying through the desert. Okay, let's click C spot. And let's watch it. It's the FJ, man. I love the FJ. And I have actually been through forest fires just like that in my Tundra. It was so scary. God, I love these trucks. Racing? Are you kidding me? Let's go, NASCAR. A little nod to Australia there, man. Baja. Wow. Yes. Woo! Woo! All the hairs on my arms just stood up. Are you kidding?
Introducing the all-new Tundra.
Woo! Lord, got goosebumps. What did you guys think about that truck? We have been waiting years for this thing. I've owned every Tundra myself. I love this truck. I have one right now, a 2021 model. And I don't know. You could call it, being passionate about the truck or a follower or whatever. I don't know. I'm just in love with this truck. I have been through so much with them. They have gotten me out of the stickiest of situations and kept my family safe in the scariest of times. And we've had also a blast and the best of times in this truck. And I'm so excited to see this with you guys. I'm so excited to hopefully get my hands on one of these for me and my family and for the channel, for you guys. When we do get one, we will be talking about it. We'll be looking at it as much as possible. Also with other cars and trucks too, but we'll do segments on the Tundra if you want, if you guys like that. I love this truck. So let's go down the screen here. I'll show you some other stuff they added, and let's get with it. Okay, so we're going to scroll down with that video, and there we can see all the awesome new stuff. Look at all this media they put out. These new pictures. You can already see what looks like, I'm not really sure, but I believe this one to the right is a limited, probably a platinum grade or the highest end down there, back there in the back. Sorry, not down there. And to the right, a TRD Pro. The all-new 2022 Tundra, the next generation, is here. Uncompromising power, terrain tackling capability, advanced towing technologies, which we'll look at here in a second because it's actually down the page. The all-new Tundra is a force to be reckoned with, and that is not a lie. Okay. There's a picture of the Stewart's Baja truck, which is awesome. I love watching that dude. Through the 80s, been there, man. I grew up with these trucks around. You know, friends and family want those that could afford or play around with them out in the dirt biking, man. That's just the thing to do. And I loved this commercial for the Generation 2 Tundra when it came out, pulling the shuttle and stopping it. I mean, you can say gimmicks or whatever. I've heard any and everything about it, but I tell you what, it was just so in awe of a moment to see that, because no other truck commercial really did that. Like, they would always pull cattle trailers and stuff, which I know most of us will never pull a shuttle. Okay. But just seeing it happen was just cool, man. It was cool. Oh man. FJ, man, I love these trucks, the FJs. All right, so we're going to go down the gallery, and as you can see, we'll click through them if you want. We've got the TRD Pro over there in white on the left-hand side, right under it, the red. We see the red leather seats. Okay, we see another version with a new color. We have like a light tan, some other grades. This is the 1794 Crew Max. Okay, so there we go. So we get rid of that kind of reddish tanned leather to this actual tan or cream color leather. It looks nice. You can see the door panel there. It's a huge change. The seats look comfy. They do. You see that panel roof in the top. So I was right in thinking that was the higher grade. So it's 1794. I don't know if they're still going to have a platinum. We'll see. So here we got the 1794 exterior shot. Lots of chrome in the front, but it actually doesn't look bad, because if you remember the other grades, they're chrome on the bumper where the bumper end caps also. This one has a nice bezel coming down from the grill, and it goes all the way down to where the bash plate would be in the bottom of the bumper. It's pretty classy. I'm not a big fan of chrome, really, but this is really well done from the photo here. I don't mind it. That's a pretty truck. And here we have a picture of the red or Inferno TRD Pro. Okay, and there we go. See, it didn't even know. Now we found out, guys. Look, it's shown in solar octane. Told you it wasn't Inferno. I told you they'd throw something. We got lime crush and metallic this lime stuff, whatever. If you're a fan, that's cool. I'm not a big fan of lime color green. I don't know. Hot pink and lime green, just, I don't know. I never loved those colors. But to each their own. That's fine. Solar octane. Wow, that's a cool name. I dig it. I love this this color on this truck. It looks good. I don't know. I'd have to see it in person, but we'll see how supply and demand goes. I believe the supply is going to be slow and the demand is high. So if it comes down to me being one of the first to get one, regardless of color, I would probably just pick whatever color I could get. So if it happens to be this one, that's maybe what we'll see. So solar octane. Dig it, man. Look at those seats. Holy cow. Man, he looks bad to the bone riding in it too. Okay. Crew Max interior is shown in the cockpit red. See, there we go. So it's the same color as the one in the XSE Camrys. It looks good. Nice carryover. I love it. It's very popular in the Camry. The tail lights look awesome. This thing is chiseled. I'm seeing cues from a lot of different other automakers here. Probably the best of those really carried into this when they made it their own. I really like that. It almost looks, if you look at the top of the truck there, you can see that they've split that rear light for the bed light and the third brake light. We've got our antenna up there also for Sirius XM and AM FM here in the States. But you can see right in the middle, I can't see perfectly, but I'm almost positive that is a bed cam, because we know that there have been some leaks about there being 360 camera, multi-terrain select. We know it has that, but I believe because also the 4Runner this year is getting it, it's getting the off-road cams 360 bird's eye view type stuff. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that has one. Bed stamp, I love it. It's just like the Tacoma. I love that. I didn't love that it was smaller and down to the right-hand side. I like that. Different placement on the exhaust. Those tail lights look awesome. I wonder if that's going to be the same on every model. or if this is probably still the 1794, since that's the same guy. Just trying to do a little detective work here. I also see something else I just noticed. Right kind of behind or under the exhaust there, we have a bed step. So not as fancy as Ford putting it in the tailgate, and not as fancy as GM with that weird contraption of a Lego system they got with their bed. Just a little more simple. Just a little step. You push it. I've seen these added on to other trucks. You just kind of step on it, comes down. You kind of push it up with your foot, and it goes back up. No big deal. All right, cool. And they're keeping magnetic green metallic. Well, yeah, a lot of people love that color. I've owned one 4Runner that was that color. It was very pretty color. All right, let's look at this next one here. And again, 1794, smoked mesquite carried over. All right, magnetic gray metallic. We do have the limited pictured here, so we know we got a limited trim, a TRD Pro, and a 1794. We're looking in the interior here. It doesn't say of which model. I'm gonna say it's probably the limited. It's just hard to say. And we can see here from my previous video, yesterday, the space above, or well, I guess in this case it would be behind that multimedia display that you can kind of put things, is still there. It's actually larger and deeper, so I guess stuff won't roll out into the floor like it tends to happen now, and you do have a more flat dash. But this screen, if you read down here, it's a 14-inch multimedia touchscreen. Where did we get the 12 inches? I guess, no, someone forgot their tape measure. I don't know. But 14 inches? Are you kidding me? That's huge. We got an upgrade last year or the year before to, I think it was 8 inches. And we were jumping for joy when it went from 7 inches to 8. And now we're at 14? Are you kidding me? Next thing I know, the whole entire dash will be a screen. And I think I'm okay with that. Just some things I've noticed just in this one picture. We've got a different button layout. It's completely different. The dial here, I believe that's for the volume on the left of that gentleman's hand. It looks just like the larger dial that is down below the gear shift. That's for the multi-train select. I don't know if it is metal, but it has a metal look to it, kind of textured. I like that. I dig it. They've moved a USB connection up here, probably for the phone or whatever. Maybe for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, something like that. Screen looks great. I don't know about resolution, but just going off of mine, the resolution on mine has really improved since like 2019 or so. The vents are different. They're no longer circle with the chrome that blinds you around it. Push button start on this one. The steering wheel looks nice. It's textured. It looks like it's probably leather. It's textured around at least the sides where you would normally grip. It's just a different shape. It looks kind of sporty. The buttons are different, so that's going to take some getting used to for someone like me that's owned so many year after year. They haven't changed a whole lot, so this is a big change. It's going to take me a minute. Trailer gain for a trailer brake controller. Push button start, like I said. Analog gauges in the cluster here, and we have a smaller screen in the middle, probably around 4 or 5 inches. Still a huge improvement, but that is not the large digital gauge that we saw in the other spy shots, and all those other spy shots seem to be from the TRD Pro. Every one of them that I could see. So to me, that says if the rear end, because we know about the suspension in the rear end, the skid plate and the shocks were from a Pro. The actual photo of it was the Pro. We know every other shot we've seen of the TRD Pro has the light bar in the middle of the grille. And we've seen that again in this video. So we know from that dark sneak, the very first one we saw, that was the Pro. So I'm led to believe that it also has the iForce Max and those other features that we're seeing here. I believe it's probably going to be like myself, all my other colleagues here on YouTube, all my other guys, TFL, Tundra Dude, TRD John, everybody's talked about this, that it's a TRD Pro. It should be top of the line, at least right around where the Platinum and 1794 would be. It doesn't have to be exact, but all those luxury things, just like we've come to know and love from Raptor and things like that, with 802A packages and things like that, that it should have, you know, your your moonroofs and your leather seats and your ventilated seats, heated seats. I remember when that came to the Pro 2 years ago. I mean, this is something that we want. If we're paying top dollar for this truck and you want to compete, get in the game, and it looks like they are. So anyway, enough of that. Let's go to the next one real quick and see what we got. So here we have one with a boat. Again, the Smoke Mesquite, 1794. It looks great. It looks so leveled. I mean, the back end is still up a little higher, even pulling that large boat. But it looks nice. The body lines are great. The fender flares look like they come out really nice. Really nice body lines. And it's very chiseled, like I said, and very masculine. It's completely lost its bubble shape from when it looked just like a Sequoia or something like that. When they changed that over in, what was it, guys, like 2014, I think. It even still had a little bit of roundness to it. This one's gone. I mean, it's chiseled. It looks nice, very masculine, very handsome truck. And here we go, the TRD Pro in super white, which we talked about is carried over in every one of these. Well, not trim, sorry, but every TRD Pro for sure. 4Runner, Sequoia, Tacoma, and the Tundra have all had super white every year that they've been available. So that's good that it carried over. It looks great contrast with all the black. And so here we see on that hood vent that we noticed in some of those spy shots and some of the teasers, the iForce Max on the engine cover. We did this on the video yesterday. So here it is on the side, kind of like a GMC HD would have, their placard up there. We have iForce Max. Now, we don't know what that means yet. iForce V8 is what we had, the 5.7 liter. So let's figure this out. And this is on the 1794 again. Here's the TRD Pro in super white. Okay, we're back. We've gone back through all this. Okay. So let's see what we got. All right, enough of the photo gallery there. Specs. Are you kidding me right now? So this is what I thought. I kind of predicted this to myself. I didn't tell you guys. This was between me and my wife and some friends, that they were going to have two different engine choices, because they used to have, the 4.6 liter and the 5.7. I think this past year, I believe it was this past year, is the only year they didn't offer both. Both great engines. 5.7 is definitely my favorite, but I've owned both of them. They're great. So we got two choices again. Okay, lots of asterisks, and I don't know 100% all the details, just what they're giving us here. But the iForce Max, 437 horsepower, kind of an odd number, but that's pretty normal for Toyota. But the one that we care about the most, 583 pound-feet of torque. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me right now? If you've driven the Gen 2 Raptor, whatever it is, I can't even think about it right now. But anyway, the Raptor that I own, the 2020 model, it only has 500 pound-feet of torque, which feels really good if you've driven or ridden in one. 583 pound-feet of torque is huge. That is huge. And it has a picture of a battery above it, so I'm assuming this is the hybrid. And I said I wasn't going to bet on them doing that, but it definitely was possible. They definitely could do it. Lots of manufacturers are offering this. So they're keeping the iForce name with 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. Now, that's the same name, okay? And this, we already know, is not a V8, okay? So let's get that out there in the open. This is not a V8. I love V8 just as much as any guy and girl out there. But it's okay for change. These are astronomical numbers, and we've got a 12,000 pound max towing, probably from the iForce Max, just because the figures are bigger. But okay, so here we go. Just what they're telling us. Rugged body on frame, using lightweight, high-strength materials to keep weight down, and a new multi-link rear suspension, which is what we went over the last video today in the Tundra Countdown series. Tundra moves down the road with rugged agility. So we know that it's going to be more agile and more comfortable getting rid of those leaf springs and moving into, again, another change, a more progressive stance with the coil springs in the back. Ram's done it. The new Raptor's done it. $80,000 truck has done it. I think the Tundra can handle it. Okay. Advanced off-road technologies bring on the rocks, mud, sand. They're talking about Mogul, multi-terrain select here. Yeah, MTS. And it also has crawl control. So bringing over from the Land Cruiser, from the FJ Cruiser, from the 4Runner TRD Pro and off-road, and the Tacoma TRD and off-road, we now have crawl control on the Tundra. Okay. The Tundra doesn't let obstacles get in the way of a good time. Cool. I dig it. Using sensors and cameras. So there's their 360 cameras, probably. I see a reverse camera up on the screen there, though. The Tundra's driver assistance technology helps you easily connect your trailer and keeps it in a straight line as you back up. So we've seen this with other automakers. It looks like it might automate some of this and really help you out. I mean, it's not easy for everybody, especially if you're a one-man show like I am a lot of times doing a lot of this stuff. I have to do all this on my own, and even at night. I mean, it will be nice that the truck can lend a little bit of a hand. It would be nice. So just the huge screen, if it's a great resolution, that alone would help. So the driver's assistance and all this other stuff they're talking about, let's see what they got for us. So we know we got that new panel roof. Look at those red seats. Holy cow. I mean, whew. Letting the outdoors in. That's all I got to say. The other thing looks awesome. That hood looks good too, man. All right. With just a push of a button, Tundra's available pano roof opens up to give you a glimpse of the big, wide world waiting to be explored. Whew. It's getting chills again. Tailored cabin. Tundra's premium interior features available leather trimmed and soft touch materials throughout, and available heated and ventilated front seats for max comfort on wild rides. And we know, this is just letting us know again that the rear window does still power down. We knew that. We saw it in the teaser. So you get that 14-inch multimedia touchscreen. Whoa. And they're right there. Big upgrade. Yeah, it's a big upgrade. It almost doubles the size. With one of the largest multimedia touchscreens available in its segment. Full-size truck segment. Ford is just now putting a 12-inch one in there, or 12 point whatever. Tundra lets you see, control, and connect your tech like never before. Because look at this. It now has wireless Apple CarPlay. No more weird dongles from Amazon. Okay? If you have one, I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying, you don't have to have one. You have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. No cords needed. I'm noticing also something else that I complained about in a previous video, and that is a dark headliner. Maybe I'm nuts, but just looking at the contrast of this one, which is probably the Limited or 1794, it has black accent along the back of the headrest to really break it up in there. I'm just talking about design now, and it breaks it up really nice from the light to dark. It looks like those are dark headliner. I don't know if it's brown or black. I can't tell you, but it looks really good. And I was really hoping for that. So thank you, Toyota, for doing that for me. If you actually bring that to production, thank you. Thank you so much for me, from me and my heart and this channel. Thank you for the dark headliner. TRD Pro, equipped for adventure. Yeah, we know. And it's got some little stuff. What does this do? Oh my God. Okay. Oh, how do we go back to where we were? Because I want to hear the equip for adventure. What do we do? Oh boy. Okay, we'll just start here. Unique TRD grill with integrated light bar. There we go. It's official. We knew it had one in all the teasers, but there we go. When you see those 6 letters underlined by an integrated LED light bar on the grill, it reminds everyone that Toyota is still king of the road. Yes, it does. It has a very new, distinct daytime running light and headlight setup there. We do have that light bar that is integrated from the factory, which is awesome. It is awesome. The Raptor is just now offering you rigid fog lights. The TRD Pro has been offering that since the beginning, from what I remember anyway, at least for the past few years. And now we're getting a light bar, which also answers our question from the other video, that it is not something you have to add on. It comes with it. So that's cool. All-terrain tires. Big step up. Okay, let's talk about those Michelin tires that had been on it in previous. They're just two just regular truck tires. They're just too regular. So we needed something a little more meaty, a little more mean, and look like a TRD Pro, like a Tundra needs to be. So the TRD Pro is strong and lightweight, 18-inch BBS forged wheels. So we're getting the same branded BBS forged wheels, but they look completely different. I like them. I bet they're lighter weight. Forged alloy wheels come wrapped in Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires for enhanced off-road traction. I've seen some recent reviews on these tires. I've heard some really good things. It will be nice to see. I'm a huge fan of BFG KO2s and the previous gen, the ones. Been using them on Jeeps, SUVs, trucks for a long time, and they've been great for me, so we'll see how these go. The Fox shocks, we already know, they're still there, and they're probably much improved. The off-road performance, on-road stability. So that's something very unique about the TRD Pro line that is really hard to describe to everyone unless you experience it for yourself. So the best I can do is, just as it's worded, you have great performance off-road, so you don't get the fading and the things that can happen to just your normal everyday truck or SUV that doesn't have specially tuned suspension for harder off-road. Lots of high-speed whoops and jumps, not like off-the-ground jumps, or rock crawling, things that are making it move up and down a lot. For a long period of time, they get hot and they overheat and things happen. You get fade, you get bottoming out, they can fail. Lots of things can happen. Anyway, it's built for that, but also on-road stability, which makes it feel sporty, but also very soft and comfortable. It's kind of amazing how they do it. My Raptor's really, really nice ride, but my TRD Pros have always felt just a little bit better on road, more very luxurious really at times than what you would assume from an off-road performance aspect or point of view. Whether you're rock crawling, ripping through the desert, or driving home from your family road trip, the Tundra TRD Pro suspension features rugged Fox shocks that are designed to deliver the optimal ride for any terrain. And it's true. It's true. They're not lying there at all. It looks good. That looks good. Safety. So we have blind spot monitoring. With trailer merge warning. Okay. I like the picture here. That's the Mesquite truck, so it's probably the 1794. This truck looks big. I don't know spec-wise what the size is, but it looks big. The hood looks longer than the previous gen. The hoods have always been kind of short. I don't know how or why they designed it like that. If you've seen a recent one, you'll know. Just kind of look at the side profile versus maybe a Chevy, a Ram, whatever beside it. You'll notice that the hood is quite a bit shorter. Don't know how or why, like I said, but whatever. This one looks very long. So if you look at a Tacoma, a current model Tacoma, the hood looks quite a bit longer, stretched out. That's how this one looks. It looks like a Tacoma's big brother now. Really, I like it. Anyway, so we got it pulling a trailer there. The Tundra's blind spot monitoring, the BSM. I love abbreviations, don't you? Oh boy. Next thing we know, we're going to be talking about synergizing and synergy. Jesus. Anyway, is designed to warn you when a vehicle in the next lane enters your blind spot on either side of the vehicle. Okay. I dig it because I haven't had that except for in the Platinum trim. You know, if it has it in the TRD Pro too, I don't know. They're not showing it, but maybe it does. When you engage Toyota's integrated trailer brake controller, the system automatically senses there's a trailer connected, estimates its length. I'm sure you got to put in the length, like this 20-foot trailer or whatever, and activates trailer merge warning, all without any input from the driver. Oh, so you don't have to. It just senses it. Okay, Toyota. Okay, I see what you're doing. You got some stuff up your sleeve, so you don't have to put anything. Okay. And when you're reversing out of a tight spot, the rear cross-traffic alert, which is very handy, I love that feature too, helps detect vehicles approaching from either side, warning you with side mirror indicators and a warning tone, which is actually really loud and annoying. You definitely can't ignore it. Altogether, Tundra's advanced safety technologies bring added peace of mind to every journey. Look, thank you. Safety is always their big thing. It always has been. And the reliability and quality, they're really handing it to us now. So it looks like that's it that we have here. It's almost an overload, really. Just seeing the truck in its entirety, I'm looking at this picture right now, and I don't even know. Like, you've got the red part in the middle of the steering wheel like a Raptor. You've got a flat bottom steering almost. It looks TRD. You've got the same red line going through the gear shift. Like, it's just too much. Like, can you say you're in love with the truck? That's a little weird, huh? But it just, I don't know. First impressions, I was so overwhelmed and shocked and very giddy. Kind of like if you ever met your favorite band member came out and shook your hand or said hi to you. That's how you felt if you ever experienced that. I have done that too. Foo Fighters, one of my favorite. Journey. I've met some of these guys and they don't have a clue who I am, but they were super cool. Okay, Foo Fighters is my all-time favorite band. Dave, hello, Nirvana. Anyway, I would say that I felt equally as giddy when I saw this. So reading all this information and giving it to you guys the best I can, as quick as I can, because you're going to have a flood of it from all different directions, okay? This is a huge deal. This is a huge deal from people that have never owned a truck. Maybe you're just started driving and you're somehow have the money to get one and you're looking at truck. Or people like me and many of you out there watching right now that have been looking at these, researching these, maybe still driving an older version of these because there just haven't been enough updates for you to get one. Or you're the type that buys it and drives it until the wheels fall off. And I'm here to tell you that it takes a long time for them to fall off on these. This is one of the trucks that goes over 1 million miles on many different occasions for many people. So you're going to have it for a while. But if you want another one to add to it, the family, or whatever, you've been looking at this and watching my videos and watching some of my other friends out there's videos. And it's an overload. I mean, they've given us everything. They've redesigned the outside, the inside. I'm sure probably everything else. The engine's different, and it's also in the Land Cruiser, which we don't have in this country. But it's in its best stuff. It's going to be its best because they are really trying to compete. They've always done really good, regardless of what you know about the Tundra. They're not the top seller, but they're also not fleet sellers. They don't sell to any and every business out there that needs a truck. They don't have those big contracts to really get their numbers up there, but they're very, very good at selling a great truck with a little to no marketing compared to the others in the segment. And this is just huge. The way they did it, the way they did the sneak peeks, the way they worked around the pandemic that we've all been going through here in the U.S. and around the world too. I don't know where all they're going to offer this truck, if it's going to be U.S. and Canada only. I have no idea, but all I can say is it's been overwhelming to those of us that know and love this truck. We've been impatient at times. We've been stubborn at times, but I'm so glad we're here. I'm so glad we got to watch this together and talk about it. I'm going to have some videos coming up. I'm going to have to, because there's too many things just sitting here looking at it right now that I've missed. Little details that I need to talk about, and it's just too much. It's too much. You ever get so happy and overjoyed that you almost just start crying, like not out of anger, just out of sheer just happiness. That's where I'm at. It looks good. It looks good. I love it. I love it, and I'm so glad to see the changes, and some of them much needed, and the design and the competition. I just really foresee them really trying to compete now, and I'm so very glad that they are, because now more of you guys can see it and experience it for yourself if you've never owned one, or a Toyota at all. Maybe you've only stuck with the big three that they call them, you know. And that's fine. They're great trucks too. A great automaker. But if you've been thinking about it and you like what you're seeing, try it, man. All you got to do is test drive one. You don't have to buy it. Anyway, it looks good. I'm really eager to hear all the specs from someone from Toyota and really drill down and see everything. But yeah, we'll make another video going over everything that we can find on this truck, and we'll see what we can do. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't already subscribed and hit the notification bell, do that. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm and help me out. Help my family at TorqueWorks out, you know, so we can grow this channel and move forward to what we want to do. Thank you so much. I hope you'll have a good night. I know it's late, but I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. Even if you guys don't enjoy my video, I sure enjoyed watching the video and the info from Toyota. This thing's amazing. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys next episode. Take care.